Hello, everybody. How's it going? We are live. Okay. There we go. Hey, how's everybody doing today? If you don't know me, I'm Chris, and we're going to go and open the latest Vegan Cuts box today on this Thursday night live stream. Thursday evening. Hopefully we don't have any troubles with technology like we always do. All right, so Vegan Cuts snack box, July edition. And here it is, right before me. Vegan Cuts. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Ralph, Kimberly. It's a hot one out there today, but it just started raining, so that's good. I just was out there and I saw a bunch of deer in the yard, well, and up in the woods. They stared at me for a little bit. The dogs did not see them. It was a nice little view. And tonight I have the Vegan Cuts box of July, so let me just go over it for those of you that don't know what Vegan Cuts is. It's a subscription snack box, and each month they curate a different set of snacks that are vegan, and they send them out to the subscribers. And a certain percentage of this always goes to a different animal sanctuary. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna open it up. We're going to see what's inside. There we go. Trusty old knife. I filmed a really fun video yesterday that I think you guys are going to like when I finally get it edited and posted. Here we go. This is the first things I see. And this is the Vegan Cuts card here. Looks like a nice little pup looking up. And on the back, it will tell you everything that's inside by each of the companies as well. But we're going to find out exactly what's inside by just going through it. So this is a big bag. We'll start out with these Cushy Croutons, French toast. Has anybody had these? I have not. But I do like croutons and I do like French toast. Are these more like a snack? Because French toast would probably not go good on a salad unless it was like a breakfast salad. Has anybody had a breakfast salad before? Nutrition facts and all that good stuff on the back. Real bread makes real croutons. Cushy. Yeah, I know. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Breakfast croutons, French toast, maple sugar, and Saigon cinnamon. Interesting. I was asking Craig if he wanted to do a video with me where we just try everything from the Vegan Cuts box. All right, what do we got here? This is like a breakfast one. Because we have oats and ancient grains. Vegan, of course. Bakery on Main is the name of the company. Just add hot water. Maybe a little bit of oat milk. Oat milk in your oats. How many of you saw how much money I saved on my last grocery haul? That's probably the best savings I've ever done. I saved over $200. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, go check out my Vegan on a Budget at Bargain Grocery. Just got a ton of stuff there. And yesterday's video was, or was this the day before, my pantry tour. We go through a tour and see everything that I have stocked up in case of a zombie apocalypse in my pantry. So, Emmy's Organics. Emmy's, I don't know if they're still there, but they were originated in Ithaca, New York. Only about an hour away from where I live now. Oh, and there's MED. Hi, MED. Are you related to Emmy's? Cinnamon Coconut Crunchies. Just throwing them all over the keyboard. Vegan and gluten-free, and they're new. Yeah, I was thinking I should do my refrigerator tour next. What is in my refrigerator? Actually, there's not much in there, so I probably got to stock it before I do the video, or it's going to be a really quick video. Well, this is a funny name here. Classic Bjorn corn. Bjorn corn. Sun popped corn. Or wait a minute. What did they do? How'd they pop this? Did they pop this with like a hair straightener? Each little kernel? You know, the new trend. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. Noka SuperFood. Mango coconut prebiotic fiber. You just pull up the key, throw it in the garbage. 110 calories. Well, what else do we have here? Oh, I have these. I've got some of these from the Expo West that I went to. The Wodo Bars. They've got a bunch of different flavors. Wodo. And it is peanut butter chocolate chip. Peanut butter chocolate chip cookie dough. You can't go wrong with that, right? Okay. The Wodo. I did a video on these guys a couple years ago. These are super good. Unless it's a different. Wait, is that a different? No, it's Pasokan. Come on. There we go. They're these like peanut butter, powdered peanut butter, like shaped in like little cylinders. They're probably like hard pressed in there. But they fall apart as you eat them. They're really good too. This is what they look like. There's two in here and they come in these little cylinder things. I still have a bag of the powder of this upstairs. Did I show you in the pantry? I think it's in the pantry, yeah. Treat face. Looks like you got a bad case of treat face. Chocolate brownie fudge. Chocolate brownie fudgy. Oh. Can you guys hear my dog snoring? I can. Treat face. Come on. Let's get some focus. Oh, what else else we got here? We got Paleo Nolo. I bet this is paleo friendly. Paleo Nolo. Grain free, vanilla bean. I mean, how do you even say that? That's not a real word, so how do you say that? Gluten free, non GMO, no oats, no grains. It's just air. You're just eating air. Flavored air. Vanilla bean. Not related to Francis bean. Okay. Made in the USA. Taste amazing. We'll be the judge of that. Okay. We're almost done, guys. So here's the last thing. So unless we can figure out something to talk about after this, it's goodbye. We have Nectar Essential Daily Hydration Sample Pack. But what is it? Nectar? Strengthening immunity. Improved mood. That's good when I'm in a bad mood. I'm never in a bad mood. Okay, 0 calories. 0 calories. You could eat this forever and just nothing will happen. Anyway, that's it for the Vegan Cuts box for July. If you're just joining us, welcome to the stream. We got a little bit of a breakfast box, breakfast theme box today. I think that was inadvertent because not everything was breakfast themed. But, you know, we got those, we got the oats, we got the cinnamon toast, we got, what is this? Crunchies. And then the Bjorn corn. Bjorn corn. Peanut butter. ET. Thank you, Vegan Cuts, for donating for a good cause. There is a link below if you guys want to order your Vegan Cuts box. And then you get to keep these boxes. Do you know how many boxes I have? I've got 1 million of these boxes, and they're good for storing things, and just they're just good. I like them. And that's it. That's it, guys. Do you guys want to hang out and talk about anything for a little bit, or back to work, or whatever we were doing before this? I got some more campfire videos coming for you. Got to edit them. I think you guys will be happy with those. There were a couple of questions, says Linda. Do I ever go to the Comic-Con in Saratoga? You know what? I might have gone to one back in 1995, but other than that, no, I think that was Ithaca. There was one that I went to back in 95 with a buddy, and I never went again. So no, I don't think I've been to anyone in Saratoga. Dennis says, hey, I'm not vegan, but what would you say are the healthiest plant-based foods not processed raw? The healthiest foods would be your whole foods, your vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, mushrooms if you like them. I don't like mushrooms, but that would be the healthiest. I wouldn't say, personally, I wouldn't say you have to be 100% raw or anything like that. I have been raw vegan for a little bit, and I've also been just whole food, plant-based vegan while I cooked certain foods. So for me, I think I didn't see a difference in my health or anything like that when I cooked the food or when I didn't. Only when I was eating in Whole Foods. So that would be the best. That is the best for you, is just, Whole Foods, not processed or, not processed with like a lot of chemicals, preservatives and everything like that. Because technically anything is like tofu is a process, but I would say tofu is really healthy for you. Same with tempeh and like natto and all those things. YouTube won't let you donate. Are you serious? I don't have donation access on this account? This is the main account. I should. Oh, there we go. It does work. What's up, Heavy Metal Vegan? Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it, as always. Hope you're doing good today. You love the Annie's mac and cheese? Yeah, the Annie's mac and cheese is pretty good. I like the baked mac and cheese. The one, there's the box kind that you boil up and make, and then there's the microwavable one too. What's a good deodorant? Now they're saying Schmidt's isn't as clean. Yeah, I liked Schmidt's for a hot second there, and the one that I have now I got at Expo. I don't remember the name of it. I'd have to go upstairs and grab it, but I'll try to get that handy for you next time. And that's what I've been using ever since March. They gave me like 4 different deodorants to try, and they're pretty clean. I mean, you could probably make them yourself, to be honest. You had physical therapy today, so you're in a Gumby mode. It keeps telling you there's a problem. That's weird. Yeah, Annie's has. Oh, Amy's has. Yeah. Amy's has the mac and cheese I like, and they also have the pizzas. The ones that I show in the video, the ones without the cheese, I've been eating those for a long time, and those ones are really good. You can put your own cheese on it. And then they got the margarita ones, which were really good. And then they did something to it, and it tastes fishy to me, and I don't like it anymore. I don't know if they put seaweed in it or what, but those were my favorites. The vegan cheese Annie's margarita pizza. And then all of a sudden, one day, like a few years ago, it started tasting fishy, which I don't like. How's the garden? Donna wants to know how the garden is. I'll be putting out a video update on the garden. I would say that the garden is, everything's growing, but it's not really producing anything. So, I don't know. I think I just wasted all that time this summer. There's a couple different plants that did produce. Like I got a few potatoes, but I don't really have anything else. Like nothing is growing. I mean, the plants themselves are really big and blossomed, but there's no fruit or vegetables. How do I stay so upbeat? I mean, I don't think I'm always upbeat. I'm pretty mostly just content. But I'm not going to start a live stream or something if I'm in a bad mood, because that wouldn't be fair. Ralph, I'm jealous. Although I just ate something, so I'm not hungry right now. Veggie Sammy's. That sounds good. I made something really good yesterday, and once the video's out, you'll see why I'm excited about it. Yeah, Kelly, see, the Sweet Earth cauliflower mac and cheese is one of my favorites. I've stocked up on it, and I got them for $2 a piece. So like I bought a ton of them, and I'll put either some hot sauce or buffalo sauce in there, and maybe a little garlic or onion powder and some nutritional yeast, and it's so good. You're 2 weeks behind in the garden in Ontario. I think like I'm very behind myself. I don't know. I got these little cucumbers that are budding, but they're not getting any bigger than that. Do they sell Little Moons, ice cream Little Moons in America? I'm not familiar with that. I'd have to look that up. They might. I don't know. I guess I could do a Little Moons. Is that the name? Little Moons ice cream? I see Little Moons mochi ice cream. They do have mochi here, and I'm not sure if this is the brand or not. Yeah, I failed my garden last year, and this year it's not looking too good. I do have a video that I started doing, but I had a bunch of on the property, the perimeter of the land, there's all these like berry bushes. So I went out and I picked a bunch of them, and then a friend of mine posted in the Syracuse Vegans that they had a bunch at their house. So I went over there and I picked some there, and so I had a bunch of berries. Yeah, my cucumbers do look pretty deficient. They're not, they're definitely getting enough water, so I don't know what it is. Sometimes I feel like there's too much water in there. And it's raining right now, or it was when I came down here. I wish my cucumbers were growing. I need my garden to do well, because I've got so much time that I put into it. But it looks like my potato plants are dying. So once they died, I dug them up and I had a few potatoes, pretty small ones too. Thanks for the shout out for all those animals. I've got a crabapple tree. Crab apples don't really taste that good though. There's one like green bean growing from my plant, and then there's one like peas. There's one little tiny pot of peas. How are my parents doing? My parents are doing good. I just was over there a couple days ago. Tornadoes today. Be careful of them tornadoes. Your dill grows as you watch it. I've got some tomato plants too that aren't really doing well. Pittsburgh Vegfest is August 5th. I think the Buffalo one's coming up too. And then, yeah, this is the time of year for a bunch of veg fests. Pittsburgh would be fun because if I went to that, I would definitely go to all the zombie spots afterwards. For those of you that watched my other channel, my second channel, I did that live stream outside by the campfire. I want to do more of those, more outside kind of just out there by the fire. I had a nice one going yesterday. What zombie spots in Pittsburgh? Well, they filmed Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead, George Romero, the godfather of zombies, in Pittsburgh. So the Monroeville Mall is the location of Dawn of the Dead, the original from 1978. And in 1968, Night of the Living Dead. So you have the cemetery right there, Evansville Cemetery, which I did a live stream from there, which was pretty fun. And I looked at all like the famous gravestones that are in that movie. And then there's the house from, I didn't visit the house, but there's the house from Night of the Living Dead there as well. And then there's some other things that are not really zombie related, but I visited like the steepest street. That was pretty steep. And then a haunted house, like legit recorded in the records for the town as being haunted out there. So I didn't go in or anything. I just went outside and checked it out. But I'm a huge zombie fan and a huge fan of the director George Romero. So I got to see where he filmed those movies. So that was pretty cool. And the mall is still there, everything, but it's a little bit different. Trini Vegan, thank you so much, Trini, for that super chat. Would love for me to do a review. Eat meaty, free from all allergens. Oh, you want me to eat meat free? What is? Oh, is that like a name of a company? Made from mushroom root, but doesn't taste like mushrooms. Eat meaty. If I ever find it and get my hands on it and it doesn't look like mushrooms or taste like mushrooms, then I might be able to do that. Yeah, Pittsburgh is a nice place to... I like visiting Pittsburgh because of that. I did not know that crab apples were created from normal apples. I wish they tasted like normal. I wish it was a nice big Granny Smith instead of a nice little crab apple. No, I don't have any camping plans. I've been doing a lot of videos around the campfire, but not actually camping. The problem is I can't really take Indy camping anymore. Am I going to order what t-shirt again, Jupiter? Yes, Robin. Hercules Candy does have vegan chocolate. So they'll have different... I think most of their hard candy is vegan, and their peanut brittle is vegan, and then they have like chocolate covered potato chips, chocolate covered marshmallows, just regular chocolate, and you just gotta ask them if they have what they have in it at the time. You can just give them a call. David, no, I have not heard. I haven't heard anything about planting potatoes. I just kind of went. I have a friend that kind of walked me through it, told me how to plant it, and I tried my best just to have as many grow as I could. The top plant on one of the pots right now totally died, so I need to dig up whatever's inside and see if hopefully there's a few potatoes. And then I got to make something with them because that's the fun part. Probably just some mashed potatoes. I've got Indy in some upcoming video, like vlog videos. And then if you watch the second channel, he's in a lot of those videos as well. Kelly wants to know how Indy's ear is doing. Has he gotten any better? He's not 100% deaf, but it's very hard to... He doesn't hear everything. Like I could, if he was sleeping, I could literally go and walk by him and he won't wake up, which, he's, dogs got very heightened, senses with their hearing and their smell and everything. So I would never have been able to do that in the past. He would always wake up, but like I could like just walk right by him. He won't wake up. So he can't really hear. If I clap really loud, he'll hear me. Otherwise I got to yell. And I hate yelling because I don't have neighbors that close to me, but I do have neighbors. And it's like, I'm out there at like 1, 2, sometimes 3 in the morning, taking the dogs out. And I got to be like, Andy! Do I feed the plants? Well, I made, I saw this method on Instagram, but I made, after I peeled all my bananas to freeze them, I took all the banana peels and I boiled them up and then let it cool off. And then that water has like a lot of, nitrogen for the plant food. And I pour that in a bunch of the plants that I have. So as far as that goes, yes. And maybe some vegan peanut butter cups once in a while. Banana water, yes. My campfire video. I love being out there by the campfire. So like I have that fire out there going. I've been cooking on it and doing a few more videos out there. So I decided to prop the chair up, bring the camera out there and do a live stream. That was a fun live stream. I want to do more of those. AJ, they did that twice. They sent pizzas to my house on 2 different occasions. I'll take a lot of, like, when I'm done with my watermelon, I'll put it out there and there's like a ton of chipmunks and even crows that will go down there and clean it out. So I give them food. And I've been giving them food because I don't want them to eat my plants. So it's been pretty good. I just throw different like nuts out there and the watermelon and stuff like that, and they eat it. No, I haven't seen Guardians 3. I guess I'm not the best with gardening. I would like to have a nice big garden where I could have an overabundance of produce and whatever I don't eat, like can up, jar up, that kind of thing. Oh yeah, I didn't see the question, but if you're looking for this shirt, yeah, Linda's got the link to it. Yeah, the plants did look like they were thriving. I mean, they really grew out, like, but nothing has really blossomed from it. Just the actual plant part, like the leaves and stems. Like I have a potato plant that just got so big, it's down, it's huge. I'm just hoping there's some potatoes down there. Pennsylvania is one of the most beautiful states. I used to want to move there when I was little because my cousin and my aunt and uncle lived down there, and whenever we would visit, I loved it down there. But Pennsylvania is only like what, like an hour and a half away, 2 hours maybe, hour and a half. What's up, Tommy? How's it going? Watch out for bears. Yep. Always watching out for bears. I heard something outside my window last night when I was trying to go to sleep. It was nice because the wind was blowing and it was so hot, and it started like raining a little bit. And then I started hearing something. Oh, and I've got a video of this. I saw there's a slug. There's a lot of slugs, but there's this one slug at my house, and it's like that big. I'm not kidding. It's that big. I got to name the slug. I don't know. And, you know, he's been here for about a year, probably longer than that, but there's a slug here that's just, I mean, letting it do its thing as long as it doesn't, like, you know, touch me or anything. It's pretty gross. Like, I did a video on it. Like, I don't even know. It's like, I'm not kidding when I say how big it was. It's huge. There he is right there. Look at that slug. So, that big. Tommy, I figured that was your mom too. So Tommy and his mom came down here when I was filming, and Tommy's actually in the movie. And your mom's in some of the behind the scenes photos. Redbuds or dogwoods. I could always use a tree. Well, there's like a whole forest behind me though. Actually, I don't know where I would plant a tree. Because there's only like one area that has kind of like greenery where there's no trees. Everything else is like forest. Like a forest. Like The Cure. Another video that what do you guys think? You guys told me about it last week. You said that I should check out the Joey Carbstrong and Tristan Tate video and react to that. So I started watching it, and I'm like halfway through it, a little more than halfway through it. And I'm actually thinking about doing a reaction to it. Because I have a few things to say about it, but it is a very long video. Compared to like the normal videos I put out here. But what other videos do you guys want to see me do? I was thinking about doing something like that. Of course, I did the Pantry Tour that people have been asking for quite a while. Yeah, I don't know if I want to say too much about it here on the live stream, but I've definitely got my thoughts about it. I like really want to say something now though. They did do a video. I don't think Joey was horrible, and I don't think that Tate was a terrible debater, because I don't think it was really a debate. And he said that at the beginning. He said it wasn't a debate. He said he has no problem with vegans or anything. He just was there to talk to them. But yeah, I definitely have some things that I want to say. That's exactly right, AJ. Like there was nothing. He was trying so hard, but there was really nothing he could say. And then it just got down to just trying to be like, I don't know. Maybe I won't do the whole video. Maybe I can just sum it up or something. Right, Linda. I want it so badly. Like I want to say all these things, but I'll save it. Tommy, I'd love to go to New Hampshire. I just have a problem. Like you know, I gotta. I'm here with Indy. And he's getting old, and I don't really trust many people watching him because he's got to be. He's old, so like I know him better than anybody does in the world, and I know his like little things, and like I feel like I need to be here. Like if I don't know, he'll go to the bathroom in the house now if I don't like time everything perfectly. So it's hard, like if I didn't have, or if I had somebody else to watch the dogs at any time I needed it, then I would go a lot of other places. But that's one of the main reasons why I don't always do that. Do I ever do channel new to the channel? Do I ever do reviews to vegan restaurants in my area? I've done a lot of vegan reviews. In fact, long time ago when this channel is brand new, I had the idea to do a vegan version of diners, drive-ins, and dives before anybody was doing that. And we did one in Rochester. And I wanted to do a bunch more of those, but over the years, it didn't become like a regular thing, but over the years, I have reviewed plenty of restaurants in the past. The problem is there's only one, I think there's only one, maybe two vegan restaurants here in Syracuse that are all vegan. There's a lot of vegan friendly options, but there's only, and yes, I've already obviously got video footage from those restaurants and different videos, different vlogs, stuff like that. But I'm in Syracuse, New York, and there's Strong Hearts Cafe, and as far as there's a vegan friendly places, but as far as all vegan, there is, what's it, Razzle Dazzle. And I've never been to Aurora's, but then Aurora's has a place where they have like baked goods and stuff. Am I going to make that t-shirt again? Are you talking about the one I'm wearing? Yeah, I have this on my site. You can go on the site and order it. I actually make them here, so I've got a screen printer upstairs. Do I like Susie and the Banshees? Robert Smith played guitar for them. Yes, I'm aware that Robert Smith played guitar for them for a bit. He was also in the Glove. No, I don't listen to Susie and the Banshees, though. I tried listening to other music that he was in, but I'm a diehard Cure fan, and that's, I like him in The Cure, and I really haven't liked him. And I liked him when he played with the band Churches, though. I did see that, and somebody on here talked about it as well, saying that was their favorite. Oh, your friend's food truck's going to be on Diners, Drive-Ins, Dives. Awesome. Saigon cinnamon is really good. As long as the salad is a Caesar? Okay. if you guys are new here and you guys like The Cure, I went to The Cure concert and last month on the 24th in Philly, and I've been posting I videotaped pretty much the whole thing, and I've been posting all of their songs on my second channel. So if you go over there, you can see I've got I think I've got 2 days left, and that'll be like the last song. But yeah, you can find my channel if you go to my main channel here, and then you go over to my channels that I feature, and I'm the first one, Chris Cooney. I mean, they've had randomly, they've had vegan places on diners, drive-ins, and dives in the past. I remember they did one, I think, out in like Maui a long time ago, which I was wondering like if it was there when I was there, because I was in Maui in 2006. The Friday I'm in Love video I posted yesterday. It just lined up. It would be cool if I posted it on Friday, but yeah, I posted it yesterday. And I think today was close to me. Yeah, if I'm ever up that way, I'll definitely message you guys. It's been a while since I've been out there. Beetle B, you're welcome. You've been a silent subscriber for years. Well, it was nice seeing your name. And thank you for the support for all the years. The movie day was one of your favorite, most fun days in your life. That's cool. We had a really good time. I'm still not telling anybody who was there that day, but eventually it will all come out. And I'm almost at that part of the movie where I'm editing it. I've been editing the movie, so it's starting to come alive, and it's just been a slow process because of different hurdles that I'm facing. I need to go to another Cure concert and take it in, no filming. I had to. I'm good at filming and also looking, but I had to do it, especially with my favorite song. You can see my hands kind of shaking when they played my favorite song. When is the Blu-ray coming? I actually hope that I can put it on Blu-ray. I would love to have Blu-ray DVDs and stuff. People don't do that these days. My dad's like, you want a DVD player, Chris? You can get them for $6. I'm like, no, I don't really need it. You sure? I mean, I still have these, I've still got the high 8 camera. This is a prop in my movie. This was in my movie, this camera right here. It was a pretty, it had a pretty significant meaning in the movie as well. Who wants it? Gotta wait for the movie to come out. You have a portable DVD player? Cool. Guessing game? I do a guessing game. I've been pretty spot on. I feel like I'm psychic, for real. Things that I predict and say are like crazy. But anyway, that's not on the topic. So we were doing a guessing game, and I've got a friend that I'm like, okay, let's do a guessing game. And usually we think of a song or a word or a movie, and we start guessing. And I was thinking of different songs, like 80 songs or whatever. And then usually if they don't guess within a certain, I tell them, I give them hints and then tell them what it is. But this one particular time, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to think of a song, and I'm only going to give you one hint. It's an 80s song, and You got to guess it. And if you get it right, or if you get certain things right, I'll tell you you're close, whatever. But I'm not going to tell you the answer until you get it. And it went on for about a month. And I was like, when you finally get this song, it's going to be like, you're going to be, because if we just did it right now and I'm like, okay, in 5 minutes you guys got it, you'd be like, oh, that was fun. But if it took you a month to get the song and you finally got it, do you know how happy you'd be? And that's basically what happened. When they finally got it, they were like, oh my God, like, are you serious? I'm like, yep, you got it. So I'll even think of if you guys want to play this game, I'll even use the same song if you guys want to play a guessing game. We'll use the same song that I used for that guessing game. I sounded just like my dad. Well, you know, it's my imitation of my dad. Cookies and Cat blog. No, I haven't heard of that. Cashew sour cream. We have a cashew sour cream recipe too. It sounds like torture, not a guessing game. Okay, well, yeah, you don't have to play it. You know, I get it. The story that my dad talked about. So that was a real story, that the UFO experience that my dad had. That's one of the most well-known documented UFO sightings in our country. It was at the Maelstrom Air Force Base in 1967. And my dad was there. And after he told that story, the actual commander of the base, who's still alive, who wrote several books and testified before the Senate committee, he emailed me and wanted to talk to my dad. And I was like, whoa. Cookies and Kate. Oh, Cookies and Kate. But it's not Katie Needs a Napkin, is it? Well, what kind of guessing game do you guys want to do then? If you don't want to do the torturous one, we can do a different one. I can do guessing game for a little bit. We could either do movies or we need Mr. Cooney on alive. I've asked him before. I don't think he likes to do things like that. I think he'd rather be, I don't know. I said he'd rather have it recorded. Movies guessing game. Or a food guessing game. Okay, what am I guessing? What am I thinking of? What kind of food? Pizza. You got it. What else? Peanut butter cups? Yeah, it's funny, Tommy. Exactly. All these people that had these UFO stories all these years were like, you know, like, check it out, check it out. People are like, you're crazy. And now they're coming out and like, oh, UFO aliens. And then we're like, no. You thought me and my brothers were going to do it. Yes, we were going to. But the thing, I haven't seen them since I went to the Cure concert. That's the last time I saw my brother. I don't see him that often. I mean, I see him often when it's like birthday party time for the kids, but they all had their birthdays in May and June. And then we went to the Cure concert, and I haven't seen him since. You loved the pantry video? Made you think of Cloverfield? I've been Cloverfield Lane, yes. I've been slowly accumulating stuff for the pantry for a long time. And any of like the vegan cuts, you know, I get the vegan cuts boxes every month too, so a lot of that stuff is, well, most of it is like super non-perishable. Yeah, Cloverfield is a movie. It's pretty interesting. It's the one with who's in it? John Goodman. John Goodman's in it, right? Yeah, I actually had more in the pantry, but I've been using a lot of the stuff, and I also make my own dog food. The only trivia cards I have in front of me, well, I got the, I think we already did all these. I think they're the horror ones. But wait, where is it? Oh, and then I also got 80s. But are we all old enough to do the 80s? I know Tommy's not. If you got to do 80s trivia, you had to have been born at least in the 70s. Or just know a lot about the 80s. Oh, there's a good question. Lectin Doctor. Can I please talk about bone char used in sugar processing? Sure. Okay, so a lot of countries in Europe, like Europe, don't do it. I know Australia doesn't do it. But here in the U.S., the way to get sugar to look like all the impurities were out of it, to have like that nice sugar, white crystal sugar, was to go through a filtration process, much like your Brita water filters go through. When the water goes through all those, if you take one of those things off, you'll see a bunch of like charcoal in there, that kind of thing. So the sugar would go through there, and they would use bone char, and this bone char would be cow bones. They would take all the excess parts of the slaughterhouse with the cow bones, and they would burn them up to high temperatures until they become a charcoal, and they would use that for the sugar. And when the sugar went through, it would actually touch the char of the cow bones and then come out, and it would be pure white sugar, because normally sugar is more brownish, tannish color. And so the sugar that's processed through bone char doesn't actually have, a lot of people mistake this. It doesn't actually have bone char in it. There's no bone char in it. It touched it as it went through the process. So it's touching the thing that's not vegan. So if you did eat sugar that went through a process of bone char, like don't beat yourself over that. It's not like you ate something that wasn't vegan. It just went through a process that was very not vegan. And as time went on, they did this a lot in the 1800s, early 1900s. But as time went on, and they updated some of these factories that they would use bone char in, they started going with like more of a carbon filter. And it was a little bit more expensive, but they started changing all these factories and stuff to use a carbon filter instead of bone char. So plus, if you have organic sugar, it's not processed through bone char. So any sugar that says organic cane sugar is okay. It's not processed through bone char. And then, so organic sugar, and there's a lot of sugar now that says bone char free or vegan friendly. Of course, none of those were processed through bone char. Here in the United States, Domino's is one of the biggest sugar companies, and you would think that like all of their sugar is processed through bone char, but that's not the case. They've got 5 factories throughout the United States, and they have one in, I believe, Yonkers, New York, Maryland, and Florida. Those 3 are all vegan friendly. So you got your powdered sugar, you got your brown sugar, you got your regular sugar. That's all, none of it's processed through bone char. So if you see Domino's sugar, that doesn't mean that it's not vegan. You just look at the back, and if it says that. Now, if you're living in California or Louisiana, that sugar still unless they updated it in the last couple of years, those sugars still use bone char. So those ones would not be a vegan-friendly process. But more and more sugar that we're using today is the chances that you're going to have sugar that is processed through bone char isn't as prevalent as it used to be. So just because something has cane sugar in it doesn't mean absolutely that it was processed through bone char. But then again, look to make sure if that product says organic on it, you're good. You don't have to worry about that. So that's just, I hope that answered your question. Yeah, Mike, you're lucky. You guys never were gross like that and used animal bones to process your sugar. And also, like, I don't mind if my sugar is brown. Like, sugar, you know, it doesn't, you don't need to purify it, you know, like, just, sugar is sugar. I'd rather have it more like sugar in the raw kind of thing. Or Florida crystals. Those are vegan sugars if you're going to use sugar. But I don't really get into it too much anymore. I will ask, you know, whenever I have questions, like I will call like a distributor or manufacturer and just ask them if they use what kind of sugar, if their sugar was processed through bone char or not, and then I'll get an answer from them. I remember this was kind of like Little Secrets candies had vegan M&Ms and all that. And when they first came out, I met them at one of the expos and they told me everything was like vegan, not bone char, all that. But then I found out that they had two different sugars in their product. Like one was a candy coating and the other was like the inside. And one of them, it was like organic sugar, not processed through bone char. But the other one was spot bought sugar. So like, what's the point of putting organic sugar and one part of the candy within the same piece of candy, you've got sugar that's processed through bone char. So I just didn't understand that. And I asked them several times. I asked them in a couple of emails, like, would they consider changing that? They said not within, you know, the next, I don't know, 5 or so years. So I was like, okay. So I just completely stopped eating those. And if I was going to buy like vegan M&Ms or something, I would just go with Unreal. So if it says certified vegan, obviously it's not bone char sugar. Yeah, maple syrup is, depending on how they do it, it may or may not be vegan. Sometimes they could use butter, but there's something else that they do. Is it? Sometimes they smoke bacon. There's something that they do, and I can't remember because I had the question. I talked to somebody because I thought I had a bunch of maple trees in the backyard. I'm like, I'm going to make my own maple syrup, which is a big, long process anyway. It's like 40 gallons of maple syrup for 1 gallon of, 40 gallons of the sap for 1 gallon of maple syrup. I'm not sure about Hershey's being bone char or not. I would think that they spot buy their sugar because it's such a big corporation. And when they say they spot buy something, that means it may or may not be bone char. And when they spot buy something, that means they're buying whatever sugar is at the cheapest cost at the time. So they might get a ton of sugar that's totally vegan. And then they might get like a shipment of sugar that's processed through bone char. So it's one of those things where you don't know. Yeah, you got to call the companies to ask, but some of them will be labeled vegan, so you know that. Yeah, you basically, AJ, have to contact the company. If it doesn't say anything on it, if it doesn't say vegan or organic or anything, you might have to contact the company You might have to call them anyway because I don't know if they do anything with. I can't remember what it was. I can't remember what the ingredient was. You can't find the Unreal M&Ms anymore? Yeah, I can't either. I can only find their peanut butter cups. That is true. They have animal products in almost everything. It's a shame. You're canceling your Netflix subscription tonight? Yeah, I noticed it keeps going up in price. I remember when it was like $7, but Netflix movie recommendations, that would be good. I've been finishing, I'm in like episode 9 of The Bear, season 2. Maple water. You could even reduce that down to be a little bit thicker too. Is the answer E.T.? Correct. You get to phone home. I do have Disney Plus just because I don't know how to cancel it. I got it when The Mandalorian came out because it was like free for a year if you have an iPhone or something. And I'm like, okay, cool. And that was what, how many years ago? Yeah, like I said, most of the sugar over in Europe, I could be wrong. There might be a few countries over there that use bone char, but I think for the most part, most of the countries over in Europe do not use bone char to process their sugar. That's just mainly an American thing here in the United States, and I think there was like 1 or 2 states or countries over in Europe. Actually, these 80s trivia cards, Linda, the answer usually is Ronald Reagan. There's so many. Are cigarettes vegan? No, they aren't. I guess unless you make your own. Yeah, Mike, I agree with you. I was thinking that last night. I was like, season 2 makes me feel like they didn't think season 1 was going to be a hit. And then they're like, oh, crap, we got to go make another series. And they just kind of, I don't know. When Netflix only had 100 videos. Remember when Netflix they would mail you the DVD and then you would send it back out. Robin, I'm not sure what the process is for Alakai. Can you be vegan if you smoke cigarettes? Yeah. Because we want people to be vegan. If that's the only thing that they are doing that, is not vegan, then we want them to do the best they can to be vegan. So if you can cut out all the animal products out of your diet and the only thing you're doing is smoking, then that's a win. And I'm almost positive you can get cigarettes that are vegan. You just got to get them from Smokey the Bear. Look, I've been trying to get my dad to stop smoking all of my life, literally. literally. He still smokes. But now what he does that he never used to do is he will eat vegan food that I make. It's crazy that we feel like Netflix is so old because I remember way before even VCRs came out or microwaves. What's up, Holly? You've been summoned. That's what my dad tells me. Smoking cigarettes is very hard to stop. So I got to think of, so who watched The Bear? So who's, okay, so here's a horror movie one. Who is in season 2, episode 8 of The Bear? That is it, episode 7 or 8, and is very famous for a horror movie franchise. Go. Sam says she likes my shirt. Did she not see the shirt when she was here? Thank you, Sam. Oh my God, I remember Blockbuster. Thoughts on Phantasm? I don't know. I didn't really care for Phantasm. It wasn't one of my memorable movies that I liked. Robert Englund. No, not Quentin Tarantino. We're talking about The Bear, the Hulu series about the chef. We're talking about somebody that was on the show that is from a very famous horror franchise. Oh, you haven't seen The Bear. Okay, you would get this though. I know you would. Ask the question again. Season 2 of The Bear, there is a person on the show that is famous for being a main character in a very popular horror franchise. Who is this character? Who is this? Kane Hodder, Jason Voorhees. Nope. It's what's her face from Halloween. Ralph, you got to say your name. You got to say your name. Say my name. Say my... You got it, but... There's actually quite a bit of famous people in season 2. Jamie Lee Curtis, you're right. There we go. Tommy and AJ, almost at the same time. Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis played the mom. All right, so I got to think of some more. Okay. Does it have to be horror movies or it can be any movie, right? This is a movie that I loved as a child that I haven't watched in a long time. It's an 80s movie. I really want to watch it again. I think it was like one of those... it's probably a cheesy movie, but to me it was like an amazing 80s movie that I watched that I would love to watch again, and I think a lot of people liked it because I see some, like, I'm in like this 80s group page on Facebook, and I see people posting this movie a lot. Definitely not as popular as E.T. Let's see if I could give some. Let's see. I think Phantasm is a clue, but it's not Phantasm. And another clue would be the winner of the Cupcake Wars that was a vegan a long time ago. Not Back to the Future or Goonies. This one is not as popular as those movies, but it's still, to me, it was pretty popular, but not like You guys are all getting some, you're all saying some really good movies. E.T. being the best, but Stand By Me and Goonies being also really, really up there and good. Dark Crystal, one of my favorites, and Short Circuit, and Chloe Coscarelli. Yes, you're very, Chloe Coscarelli, you are very, very close now. Now just say the name of the movie that I love. Chloe Coscarelli's dad did the movie that I'm thinking of. Fantasy movie, more like a kind of like a Conan movie. Conan meets Neverending Story a little bit maybe, but not really. No. Meets The Temple of Doom, but not really. Not Willow. You guys are so close. And I think that Holly is the closest. Because the director's daughter is the winner of the Vegan Cupcake Wars. And she's got her own restaurant, or she did, by Chloe. There we go, Holly. You got it. Did you look that up? Mark Singer in The Beastmaster. Yes. You guys all said some really good movies that I love. The Neverending Story. The Gate. Love The Gate. The Last Unicorn. You know, I never watched Barbarella. Wicket from the Ewok movie. Ewok the movie. Clash of the Titans. Oh my God, that movie scared me with Medusa. Yes, The Beastmaster, you got it. And he also did Phantasm. Was it Phantasm? I always get Phantasm and Hellraiser mixed up. But anyway, his daughter, Chloe, won the... Oh, I love Lady Hawk too. Rutger Hauer and Matthew Broderick. My dog's over there trying to get comfortable. Warwick Davis did, yeah. I just saw something funny about Warwick Davis. What was that? Roadhouse. Roadhouse is another good one. That was a good one. I'll get all the sleep I need when I'm dead. Sam Elliott. Motel Hell. No, I didn't. Mad Mardigan. And the brownies. Not the brownies you eat. Silly. Okay, now I got to think about... So we got Beastmaster. That was... Okay, let me tell you how much... Movies inspired me. They still do to this day. But let me tell you how much they inspired me when I was like 10 years old. The Beastmaster starts off with a little baby getting a freaking brand on his hand of the Beastmaster. And he grows up to be able to control beasts. Like panthers and hawks and ferrets and everything. He was the Beastmaster. Mark Singer. So, of course, I took a paper clip and bent it into the same shape of the Beastmaster, and I put it on the wood-burning stove in the winter, and then I grabbed a pair of pliers, and I tried to brand my hand with it. But it was so hot that I'd always be like, ow, ow. And, I mean, I almost had it there one time. I got a nice little scar there. But as you can see, I'm not a Beastmaster. I guess I'm the master of my dogs. They're a couple beasts. But anyway... That was, you know, don't try this at home. You didn't hear it from me. Okay, so I got to come up with another movie now. You guys said so many great movies. Let me try to think of one. Do you guys remember The Secret of Nim? How about... You already said The Last Unicorn, which I love that. The Last Unicorn... I'm alive. You've never seen Beastmaster? I gotta see it now. It's been too long for me. I gotta see if it's still as good as I thought it was. I still remember the music. Do you guys Lone Wolf McQuade? That's my favorite Chuck Norris movie. Oh, it can be a famous. You want me to guess famous characters or actors? I can do that. Let's see. Okay. I'm thinking of a. I don't know his name though. Okay, I'm thinking of a movie then. I'm thinking of a movie, 80s. The Peanut Butter Solution. I never heard of that one. All right, the only thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to like pull it up so, on the other screen so I can show you that I'm not cheating. Because I like to cheat. No, I'm just kidding. Ooh, House 2, the second story. Yeah, I used to watch that with my brother. That was good. I'm not talking about Hugh Laurie either. I'm talking about Ding Dong, You're Dead. No, this is not a horror movie I'm thinking of. We're talking 80s. I mean, I'll give you a couple clues. You ask and I'll give you the clues. If it's too long, I'll start giving clues. We'll get through this. We can do it. Thinking of an 80s movie right now. 80s movie. I feel like I should stream this on TikTok. All right, guys, we're thinking of an 80s movie. 80s movie. I might have to look it up just to see exactly what date it was in the 80s. I don't really need to do this, but I don't know why. Something made me think of this. If you guys are real good, you'll know how many words I just typed out. All right, I know the year that it was out. I can give you all kinds of clues. Ooh, Highlander's a good movie. I'm Connor McLeod from the Clan McLeod. No, that was Duncan that would say it like that. Connor was just like... It's not a comedy, Mike. It's not a comedy. It's more of a inspirational, feel-good. I almost just gave it away, but I'm not going to. It's not a horror movie. Not Hobbit related. Was it popular? I want to say it was popular in the 80s, yes. There's no monsters in it. It's not a romantic comedy. It's not Valley Girl. RoboCop, no. Was 2001 Space Odyssey, when did that come out? That came out in 1968. It is an action movie, yes. But I wouldn't say like Terminator action movie. It's more like, does it have a famous song in it? Yes, it does. It does. I could even sing it. I'm not going to. Why would I do that? It's not The Natural. Oh, Ralph, you want to start this and now you got to go? Come on, Ralph. I know you're going to get it too. You were the one that was going to get this. And Molly Ringwald was not in this. Is it about boxing? No, Linda, it wasn't, but you are very close. Is there a sequel? No, there's not a sequel. And it's not Top Gun. But the famous song from Top Gun is also in the famous movie that I'm talking about. No, let me rephrase that. The famous movie from Top Gun also has the same singer in this movie, but not the same song. Rocky 3, Mike, you are very close too, but no, it's not Rocky 3. Linda, yes, it is about arm wrestling. Kelly, you are right. It is over the top, and it's Meet Me Halfway Across the Sky. Not Footloose, but Meet Me Halfway by Kenny Loggins. And when he turns into a machine, he puts his hat backwards, he turns into a machine, and he goes over the top. Sylvester Stallone. Meet me halfway across the sky. Good one, good one. Linda, you guessed the arm wrestling. Kelly, you guessed over the top. And then a lot of you said Footloose. All right. Well, there was another one I had in mind while you guys were saying that I was like, I'll do that next. Oh, by the way, that movie came out in 87. I was 11. So I remember it well. Let's go. Okay, I need a vote. Do you want a more popular movie or do you want a more obscure movie? Okay. Everybody type a Y if you want a more popular movie, and type an O if you want a more obscure movie. Y for popular, O for obscure. I should make it difficult. So you want a popular. We'll do this. I'll do a popular and then we'll go to obscure. Okay? So let me think of a popular one. And I got it. I got a popular one. 80s. Here we go. Pretty much any guess is going to get this one. You got it right. Don't just guess a movie. Ask for clues first. So it looks like we got a mix. It looks like we want some obscure ones. I got an obscure one. No, don't guess the movie. Please don't do that. If you just guess a movie, I'm not gonna honor it. You gotta ask some questions to get to it. Let's ask some questions about the movie and then you can guess. It's not about E.T. No. It's not animated. Oh, TW has to go. Well, thanks for joining us while you did. It's not about vampires. Is it about high school? It's not about high school. It's not a comedy, but there's some funny scenes in it. It is an action movie, yes. Willow and Witches. Is the main character of this movie a girl? No. And there's no werewolf. There's no time travel. It's not about karate. It's not a drama or a comedy. It's more of an action-y film. Arnold Schwarzenegger is not in it. No paranormal. Main character still acting today? Yes. It's not about war games, and it's not about Bruce Willis. You guys are close. Actually, you guys haven't said anything close, but I know you guys are going to get it. Are the main characters kids? Holly asks. Yes. How old was the main character in the movie? Probably 13, maybe. It's not about time travel. So, does it have a sequel? Thank God it does not. Is it about adventure? Yes, it's an 80s movie about adventure. The main characters are about 12, 13, I would say. Is the story about treasure hunting? Yes, I would say it is. And Holly got it right with Goonies. Goonies is the answer. Oh, now everybody's getting it. Goonies. Burnt Toast Babe and Tommy. So we have Goonies. Goonies was the popular one. Now let's go to a more obscure one. Ready? I'm just going to type it in here just so I can see the year that it came out. But this is another 80s movie. It's a little more obscure. I love this movie. I haven't seen it in many years. I used to watch this one with my brother. And this would be one movie that I wouldn't mind if they did a remake. Which you guys probably have heard me say that before, so you might get it. Which wouldn't be fair. Go for it. Ready? Here we go. This is not a horror movie. What year did this come out? Oh, no, that's not true. That did not come out in that year. I'm looking. What? Okay, there we go. That's the one. I didn't know that this was a remake. I guess it's a remake. I didn't know that. Oh, is it an action movie? No, it's not an action movie, and it's not horror either. There's definitely a little bit comedy in it. I wouldn't call it a... It's not really a drama. It's... I don't know what to categorize this. Okay, it is... Wait, no, is it? It's kind of categorized as a comedy, but it's not your like typical comedy, but there's a lot of comedy in it. Eddie Murphy is not in this movie. Well, not that I know of. I don't think he's in it. Unless he snuck in there without me knowing. Stars. No, Eddie's not in it. It's not a fantasy movie. I mean, it could happen in real life, but I don't think it has. It might have. Any big actors? Yes, but Tommy, you're probably too young to know these actors. Is it about a sport like football? No, but there is a sport in a certain... It's not like consumed, but there is a certain part of this movie where they do have a sport in it. It's not a cop movie. No aliens are involved. Again, this is a little bit more obscure 80s movie. What year did this come? Okay, yeah. No, not teens. You bet you're not? Well, maybe not, but I believe that the main actors died before you were born, if I'm correct here. Hello, Chris. Right back at you. Is there a car chase in this? I don't remember. I don't think so. But if there is, don't get mad at me. Again, I haven't seen this in probably over 20 years. I've given you some good clues by saying that some of the actors aren't alive anymore. I mean, that's a great clue, isn't it? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That's a good one. I saw that in the movie theater. My mom took us. No, that's not it, though. It's not Wayne's World. Didn't Wayne's World come out in the 90s? Or was that late 80s? Is this early or late 80s? It is mid 80s. Is there a bar brawl? I don't think so. Yeah, Wayne's World was 90s. I thought so. Wayne's World, party on. Excellent. Do you guys need any more hints? Because I'll give you some more hints without telling you anything specific. Two of the main actors were comedians. And they are both deceased today. Again, this one was supposed to be a little bit harder. But there's got to be some of you out there that know your 80s movies. I could give you a really, really good clue, but I want to give you a little bit more time to try to get this. Okay, I'll give you one clue, which I don't think is the big clue, but if you know the movie, you'll know it right away. There's a scene where somebody gets an expensive stamp and puts it upside down on an envelope and stamps it, meaning the stamp is no longer worth anything. Nobody? The movie came out in 1985. I'm going to start giving more clues. The movie has John Candy in it. I don't know if my thing froze up, but I haven't seen anybody say anything in like a few minutes. So either nobody's participating anymore or my chat is all messed up. Because the last thing I see is Holly say Wayne's World 1990s. Let's see what's going on. Okay, nobody's participating anymore unless something's going wrong. There's some of the theme of this movie is money. Maybe I need to refresh. Did everybody just stop playing at once, or is something happening? I don't know. I'm not seeing any more. There we go. There we go. Am I okay? Yeah, it looks like something. I'm getting everything all at once now. Yeah, Kelly, Brewster's Millions, Mike got it. Linda, yes, Richard Pryor, Tommy, Richard Pryor, Brewster's Millions. Home Alone, no. Uncle Buck, John Candy, Richard Pryor. Yes, it was Brewster's Millions. I don't know what happened, but I think there was a lag there, and I didn't see any of these pop up. But you're correct. It's Brewster's Millions. So I don't know if we're like backed up now or what, but we can go on to the next one. If you guys want to do a next one. Let me think. It died. Yeah, I think it did. Nobody could do anything. Wow, big glitch. See, I had to keep this going thinking that everybody hated me. Whew. All right. Let's go ahead and do another one. Okay, here's another. I think this is an obscure movie because I haven't really seen anybody really talk about it. Let's go ahead, and I've got a movie in my head. It's not 80s. But let me see what year it was. Go ahead. Am I able to run fast in case a zombie chases you? Yes. I'm pretty fast. Yes, this movie is 90s. Obscure movie again, yes. More clues. I'll give you a better clue. It was made in 1990. I remember watching this movie with my friends when I was younger, when I was like 14, 15. Is this an action movie? Not really an action movie. Yes, Mike, this is a horror film. How old is the main character? Oh, man. I feel like people looked older back then. He's probably in his mid-20s. I haven't seen this movie in a very long time either. Do teenagers die? Does a teenager die in this? Maybe. But is that the theme? Teenagers dying? No. So we know it's a horror movie from 1990. It's not super popular. At least I don't think it is. Does it involve a writer? No. It's not Chucky. Does somebody open a door when they shouldn't? I don't think so. It's not Night of the Living Dead. There's no ghost in this movie, no. And technically, it's not a serial killer movie, but technically the definition of a serial killer. You know what? I take that back. I just remembered. Yes, there is a serial killer in it. There's no flies or aliens in it. Is there any vampires in it? I don't think in the sense that you're thinking. It's not campy neither. Is it more fake horror or more real? What? Is the main actor still acting? You know, I honestly don't know what else the main character is in, to be honest with you. Let me look into it because I haven't seen this in a very long time. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna find out. Let's see if the main character is in anything else. Okay, that's him. What else is he in? Let's see. Is this real life? I don't like IMDb because it doesn't. I like Wiki better because it doesn't really tell you what I need to know fast enough. Here we go. Let's go over here. Does it involve a detective? I think there is a detective in it. I haven't seen this in so long. I just remember certain parts of it. Show us your screen. Okay, so okay, so that's him. Let me just look up what else he's in. Anything else today? So he is in a few other programs that were famous, but let me see. As far as, is he doing anything today? Yeah, he actually is. I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know he was in that. Okay. Not Silence of the Lambs or Fear. Let me just make sure. I just want to scroll up and make sure nobody else actually said it without me looking. Of course, the person with the same name as me got it right. Chris, yes, it is Nightbreed. It is Nightbreed. With Boone, who is Craig Sheffer. And he was in a lot of One Tree Hill. He was an American Horror Story. I didn't know. I haven't noticed him in anything else, but yeah, he is in other movies. And David Cronenberg. You got it. Congratulations. Gremlins is a good one. Do a popular one now? Okay, we'll do a popular movie. Let me think of a popular movie. Okay, popular movie. Yeah, I got it. Popular movie. Let's go. Oh, that's weird that you watched the movie directed by Cronenberg's son last night. What was the movie? What a weird thing for me to pick Nightbreed right after you watched that. The movie I'm thinking of now is not a horror movie. Possessor. Haven't seen that one. Did I? Wait, maybe I did. Did I see Possessor? Hold on. Hold on. I just want to watch the trailer real quick. Is it a Disney movie? No. Is it a comedy? No. Is it E.T.? No. I just want to see if I saw Possessor. Oh, I did see Possessor. Because wait, did I? Yeah, that beginning part, I recognize it. Okay, this movie came. I just want to see the exact year that it came out. Just as I suspected. Okay. Let's see. It's not a Disney movie. It came out in the 2000s. Does it involve teenagers? Technically, no. Do teenagers die? It's not a musical. Is it an action film? There's very action-y things in it, but it's more of a... You're going to get it. It's more of a fantasy film than an action, but it is an action fantasy film. Okay, so what is the name of this movie? Star Wars Episode 2 or 3? No. Is there a nothing? No, but there's a something. The Never-Ending what? The Adventurers. This is a popular movie. Remember, we're doing a popular one this time. Avatar. That's a good one. Nope. Are there vampires in this? No. Big Fish was a good movie, but it's not Big Fish. It's not animated. Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I don't think that came out in the 2000s. There we go. And my ox. Just for your FYI, I got this one right. It is Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings. You wanted a popular one, I had to give it to you. All right. You want to switch it up and I'll think of an actor for this one? Let me think. Okay, I'm thinking of an actor. Go. How old is this actor? Hold on. I gotta see. Older than me. Yes, older than me. An actor. What decade were they popular? They're still popular. They've been popular since the 80s. I think 70s, but definitely 80s to now. Definitely in very popular movies. One of the most popular movies ever made. And then some not so popular movies. Some horror movies and some not so horror movies. Let me see the age. Just so I know how old. How old? Oh, yep. Okay. Let's see. Were they on TV or just movies? I can't think of a TV show that they were on. Let me just make sure. I think it's all movie. Wait, television. No, they were on TV as well. Wow. Yes, TV. Yes, TV too. Both. I didn't know a lot of these, but I did definitely more well known for the movies. Nope. Action movies. I mean, I'm sure there was an action movie or two. I mean, with all these movies here. A lot of horror movies. But the main one that they're in is not a horror movie. Good question. I'm glad somebody asked that, Burnt Toast Babe. It's a female. Okay. This actor is a female. Not Sigourney Weaver, but maybe around the same age. Not Drew Barrymore. Not Jamie Lee Curtis. That was our first one. That was our first question, Jamie Lee Curtis. Not Susan Sarandon. These are good guesses. Are most of their movies horror? I would say, just by looking, yes, I would say they're mostly known for horror. And Kelly nailed it. Dee Wallace. Dee Wallace, best known to me, is being the mother from E.T., but also in a lot of horror movies like The Howling, Lords of Salem, like Halloween. Dee Wallace, yes. Should we do another one? Are we bored yet of this, or do you want to keep going? How about this? I'm thinking of yes, Cujo. Yes, she's in Cujo. Okay, I'm thinking of a movie. Linda wants one more. I don't know how many more the other people want. Well, I mean, sometimes something that's too obvious might be the answer, right? Okay, here we go. We're doing a movie, and I'll just give you a clue, right? This movie was in the 90s. I saw this movie in the theater. Was this movie well received? I believe so. It was. I think it did. I think it did well. But then again, I was biased. So. This came out in the 90s. I saw Splash when it came out. Does this movie have a robot in it? No. And it's not based on a Stephen King novel either. Mannequin, that's a good one. No, this came out in the 90s. This is not an 80s movie. Are there famous songs in this? Yes, there actually are. There's a very famous classical song in it. And there's also a very famous remake of a song by a very famous band in it that I can think right off the top of my head. It's not a comedy. Is it an action or a horror? I think it would go more along the lines of horror, but I don't really even consider it a horror as much as... I think most people would consider it a horror, though. But I don't think it's that much of a horror. It's more of a... I mean, it's definitely... It's more of a... Just a story of... I don't want to give it away. I'll tell you at the end what I was thinking. Is it popular? Yeah, it's pretty popular. It's not The Crow. It is Interview with a Vampire. Interview with the Vampire, not Interview with a Vampire. It's Interview with the Vampire. And the reason why I was saying that, because I feel like it's more of a documentary, because he just tells the story of his life, and it's, but, you know, and then Tom Cruise plays Moonlight Sonata, I believe it is, when he's like, Claudia, you've been a very naughty girl. And then he comes after them. And then at the very end, good old Axl Rose and the Boys of Guns N' Roses remake Sympathy for the Devil by the Rolling Stones at the very end. So those are the two famous songs right off the top of my head. There might be more in it. Was it Moonlight Sonata or Fur-Elise? Anyway. I know it's something famous and classical. But yeah, that came out in 1994, and it was the movie that I saw the most in the movie theater out of any other movie I've ever seen, and I watched it the most once I got it on DVD. I don't know why I was obsessed with it. It wasn't my favorite movie. It wasn't my favorite vampire movie, but I did watch it more than any other movie I've ever watched. I knew every word from the entire movie from the very beginning. That used to be my, if you called my pager back then, if you said, you called 315-247-2422, which was my pager back then, it would say, so, what do you do? I'm a vampire. Doot, doot, doot. And then you'd leave your message. Because, maybe I was a nerd. The book was amazing too. And I have, oh man, this right here. Let me just show you. Okay, this right here. I don't even know where I got this, but the Vampire Lestat graphic novel. What the F? This is so good. It's so good. The Vampire Armand. Does this have the Vampire Lestat as well? Because I know I read the story, and it is an amazing story of how Lestat becomes a vampire. Anyway, right here. It is. The Vampire Lestat. The Vampire Lestat, the Vampire Armand. This is a really good. I should probably pick it up and read it again. Oh, let's see here. No, AJ, I never saw the TV show Interview with the Vampire. I wanted to, but where is it streaming? Isn't it? Is it like HBO or something? I don't have that anymore. Or is it Showtime? No, I haven't done any Twitch streams since I started working on the movie. I would like to do Twitch streams again. I just got too much going on. My favorite movie of all time is E.T. In fact, I just want to show you real quick. Dee Wallace right here. Dee Wallace. I met her and I got a video with her, actually. I've got a video of me talking to her. She was really nice. And I got that. E.T. right behind me. I didn't want to choose E.T. to be one of the, because everybody knows that I love E.T., so it's just too easy, right? Netflix. Huh. A pager when you would have to stop at a payphone to call back the number. I know, it's really weird. Like, literally, I would get a page and I'd be like, hey, can I use your phone? Call somebody. Hey, you page me? Yeah, what are you doing? Nothing, just chilling. All right, well, page me later if anything's going on. All right, I'll page you later. That's all we would do with pagers. Oh, it's free on Roku right now? I'll have to check it out. I got to finish The Bear first, which I'm almost done. Oh, it's on Prime as well. I do have Prime. Oh. Yeah, I mean, if it's on Prime, I have so many services that I could just watch a free movie. I'd rather not pay for it. So if I can find, if I got to pay for it, I'll just watch something else for now. We could do one more. You want to do one more? Looking around the room. All right. Let's, I got one. I have an actor. I'm thinking of an actor again. You know what, Samuel? I've actually never seen Purple Rain. Oh, it's on AMC. I do want to watch the new Walking Dead, but I got to finish the old one first. And I've come into a roadblock where it's just not fun anymore. Is this actor a male or a female? This actor is a male. Tommy wants to know if this actor is alive or dead. Unfortunately, this actor is dead. Blonde or brunette? Blondish. You snuck in the living room when the babysitter was there to watch Purple Rain? You little... I don't even know what it's about, so I don't know if it's bad, good, whatever. Is this a horror film actor? He was in a horror film, but not exclusively horror. Known for a horror film, but also I wouldn't say really comedy, but 80s movies. Anthony Perkins. Yes, Anthony Perkins is dead. And so is Rutger Hauer. And so is Sean Connery. But none of those. Leslie Nielsen also. Nope. Were they young when they died? Definitely too young to die, but not like a teenager or anything. You know, when I lived in New York City, the lady I lived with, that we were renting a room from, she was Philip Seymour Hoffman's acting teacher. And I remember seeing he sent a letter there. And I just remember the letter he wrote with like a silver pen. And his handwriting was really, really good. But not Philip Seymour Hoffman. Oh, was this person good at impressions? I mean, he was... Well, we have the answer. Holly got it right. Holly, you're on a roll tonight. It is Corey Haim. Corey Haim. And Chris got Corey Haim as well. Brad Pitt's still alive. Is he? Yeah, Corey Haim was who I was thinking of from The Lost Boys. Do you want me to do one more movie? We'll do one more movie. I'm thinking of another movie. This is an 80s movie. It's not obscure. This one is a well-known 80s movie. It's good. Like, it's got a lot of good quotes come from this movie. I know, yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman gone too soon. But the lady I lived with, she was also the teacher for James Gandolfini, Zoe Saldana, David Duchovny, and there was also somebody else that actually was there. Susan May Pratt. I actually met her. She was there at the apartment. Vampires. What was I even thinking? Okay. Okay. The movie I'm thinking about is like, I feel like you're going to get it as soon as I say this, but it is a comedy, but it's more of like a horror comedy kind of thing. A horror comedy, if you will. No, this one wasn't directed by John Hughes. I feel like you're going to get it like right now as I'm typing it. Oh yeah, I forgot he directed that. Okay. Is it Monster Squad? That's a good one, but it's not that. It's not Teen Wolf. That's another really good one. Creep Show. I got a nice poster over there with Creep Show. Actually, it's the comic book. Oh, Love at First Bite, Clue, Beetlejuice. I was just talking about Beetlejuice yesterday. Weird. I was talking about, somebody said something about Beetlejuice, but when I was in the store, the song was on, Daylight Come and I was like, Beetlejuice. Fright Night's a good one. Frankenhooker. I've never heard of that one. Young Frankenstein. I love Fright Night. I don't like the remake of Fright Night. There's an all-star cast in the movie that I'm talking about right now. Okay? There's some well-known actors in this movie. It's a good movie, too. Who's in it? Well, if I told you, you would know right away. If you guys don't get it, then I'll have to tell you. Remember, this is an 80s movie, late 80s. Good movie. I guess that's subjective. I thought it was a good movie. A lot of quotable. There we go. Holly, can you not play anymore? Because you're getting all of them right. No, I'm just kidding. It's the Burbs, you know. We got Bruce Dern. We got Corey Feldman, Carrie Fisher, Tom Hanks. It's the Burbs. Nobody knocks off an old man in my neighborhood and gets away with it. Hey, Pinocchio, where do you think you're going? I'm just, just some nice quotes from the movie. Good movie. 1989. Holly wins the award tonight for movie award. Nightmare on Elm Street. All right, I'm thinking of one more actor. One more actor. We'll do this. Okay, one more actor. Here we go. I'm thinking of an actor. Good night, Linda. So this actor is male. Is this actor young or old or dead or alive? Well, I mean, older than me, still alive, still doing stuff. Not Jeff Goldblum. Did he do sci-fi? Yes, actually he did. He wasn't I can think of one off the top. I can think of two off the top of my head that were sci-fi. He's white. Is he in horror movies, comedies? I can't think off the top of my head of a comedy that he was in. Is he in horror movies? Yes, he was in a couple horror movies. Not Kiefer Sutherland, but he did work with Kiefer Sutherland in, I can think of one movie off the top of my head with Kiefer Sutherland. It's not The Fly. How long ago was his last movie? I don't think it was that long ago. Let me see. Let's go over here. How old is he? He's been acting since I was 1 year old, so all the decades. Okay, let's see. Last movie he was in. Oh wow. Are you serious? Oh no, those are award nominations. Where's his movies? What's the last movie he was in? Anyway, I look up and you guys already got the answer over here. Jeremy Jeremy, congratulations. It is Kevin Bacon. I figured, like, you know, the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, might as well end it on that. The movie that I was thinking of with Kiefer Sutherland was Flatliners, which is it's a sci-fi horror movie. But he was also the Invisible Man, wasn't he? And wasn't he in like a ghost movie? Yeah. And what was the other one? Was it Tremors? Oh, that reminds me of another movie, but I don't think we have time for another one. I was going to say Maximum Overdrive. We got the Stephen King. We got, you know, I'd watch that. Hollow Man, yes. But there was another one too, right? No, not Silence of Echoes, Stir of Echoes. That was the other one. Yes. Anyway, if you came here to watch What's in the Box, Vegan Cuts Box, we did that at the beginning of the show. And now at the end of the show, we did our little guessing game with movie trivia. Had a real good time. And now we're going to end the stream. But if you guys haven't already, check out my last videos that I posted. I've got a What's in My Pantry video, and I've also got shopping on a budget, my biggest savings to date on Bargain Grocer that I went to. Bargain Grocery, actually. Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. Well, I do have a Discord that you guys can join if you're not already in the Discord. I just need to post more in there. I haven't really said much in it lately. The famous sci-fi Footloose. Oh, Discord voice chat, yeah. Well, we had that when we were streaming EverQuest. All right, guys. Have a great night. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing the game. And stay safe. Watch out for zombies. And I'll see you guys next time.